Tempo has reached critical level.
Hi everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. Alright, so a few things about me. I'm pretty much just a very simple person. I mean, I love to dance and move my body. That's like my number one. When people hear Shella, like they hear dancing. Like that's what most people know me for. Aside from dancing, I am a student. Currently, I am in law school at Purdue Global, so I'm doing this stuff fully online, and we'll get more into that as I like progress through my channel. For my master's, I did political science at the University of Illinois. And then for my undergrad, I did marketing and business administration. So I do have my bachelor's degree in business, and I did a minor in economics. So what I'm doing right now, career-wise, is I'm currently a campus recruiter. When I first finished with my bachelor's degree, I actually went into kind of like a staffing coordinator role at a recruiting agency, and then I got promoted to like a staffing specialist. That position and the environment ended up not working out for me, so my boyfriend actually pushed me to apply elsewhere, and now I'm working at another company that manufactures agricultural and construction equipment as a campus-wide recruiter. It's great. My boss is amazing. I'm learning every day, and I'm not just recruiting. I'm actually doing a lot of marketing projects, like a lot of designing, creating banners. It's a whole lot of like great stuff. I love what I'm doing, and I'm learning a lot more about HR. So I'm glad that I actually got into HR. I think it's gonna help me a lot. I'm not really entirely sure what I want to do with like my legal degree either, but I think that working in HR, like it just opens my eyes about so many things that I'm not aware of, and it might just help me in the future if I want to be like a legal lawyer for like a specific company. Like I might just do it for this company where I'm working. You never know. So with that being said, I'm actually gonna start the video about my job. This is the reason why I'm doing this video anyway. So we're gonna get started with the day in the life of a recruiter. Enjoy. So Monday mornings are different for me just because I have orientation. So I do have to get up around 5 a.m. and make it to work by 6:30. This is my office. That's what it looks like. Every morning I typically just open up my laptop, check my emails, and then make a list of everything I want to accomplish before I leave that day. Since you know Mondays are for orientation, I do have to prepare for orientation, which means putting the papers together, getting the PowerPoint together, getting the gifts all set up and make it look nice. For orientation, I do have little folders where I put all of their new hire information, some paperwork they do have to sign off on, and then typically after that, around 7 a.m., I go ahead and get the new hires to come into the room and I conduct their orientation. That's the first thing I do on Monday mornings. So after conducting orientation, I do go ahead and go straight into the computer room where I scan all of the IDs as well as their signed documents, because I do have to conduct their e-verify and a few other things by Wednesday. So I just do it on Monday since I do have the time. So as you guys can see, right after I get my printer and everything off, I just start off with that notebook and check off everything on the list, which includes, look at my beautiful office, but it includes like checking the voicemails, emails, text messages on my work cell phone, anything that I have to do before the day is started. I do that. Then I start off with the ADP and getting the new hires into the system, as well as getting their e-verify done. I try to get all that done by at least 1 p.m. on Monday. And then if anyone forgot their IDs or didn't bring them, I typically try to get them in by Tuesday so that everything can be completed by Wednesday. That's kind of how my Mondays are. Afterwards, I kind of get into the phone calls. I either do interviews or I also make calls out to potential candidates. in which we basically have like their direct deposit information, their pay rates, all of that stuff. I have to enter all of their information into the system just so it could be consistent with our payroll and etc. So yeah. This is for the third shift. Let's see. Alright, so now I've also updated our HRTV, which is like a PowerPoint that we post um, within the warehouse to keep employees kind of informed of what's going on, birthdays, etc. I am also about to go down to the warehouse area where I'm going to post the job opportunities we have if any of the internal employees want to apply or want to be promoted, as well as set up the HRTV or update it. I also am going to create 2 flyers for our fall and our winter luncheon, as well as post our Halloween flyers. So I do a little bit of marketing and that kind of stuff. I recently also created a book cover design for the new employee handbook that we're going to update this year. And that's pretty much it. There's a whole lot of stuff on my list. I also have to look at the so a few tips on becoming a recruiter. It really depends on the company as far as for your background, educational and experience wise. For example, the staffing agency where I worked, they didn't require too much. They kind of just promoted me from a coordinating role. But then here at this position, they looked at my bachelor's degree, they looked at my experience, etc. It was just like a factor that played into it, but I'm not saying that's the only thing. So it really depends on the company and their requirements. I would say if you are in college, as long as you have like some kind of admin background, me, I got lucky enough to do marketing and I did HR, or I did business administration, in which I learned HR. And then I also had that agency experience, so it was really great. But it really depends on the posting and what that company is looking for. I would advise you to always be confident when it comes to applications and kind of like tone your resume in the way which matches the posting, if that makes sense. So take for example, if a position requires A, B, and C, you could put in your resume that, hey, I do have experience in A and B, but I'm looking or seeking a role in which I can also expand my knowledge and learn C. So I typically do not do recruiting on Mondays. At times I do, depending on how busy, but usually on Mondays I'm taking care of the onboarding and orientation. When I do recruit, I typically just wait for the applications to come in and give them the call, interview them, see who really does qualify, and then hire based off of the qualifications. Now, when I was at the agency, it was different. We were literally trying to make like 100 calls a week, looking in the system to see who we haven't contacted in a while and contacting them. So a lot of people would like hang up on us. People would say, I don't need a job. Or, there are some nice folks who do need a job. There are people who are like, no, but thank you so much. And then there are those rude folks. So again, all agencies versus like campuses is different depending on the system that they use. So that's pretty much what I do. Heading home right now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If there is anything that I missed or anything you guys have questions about, please comment below. I'll be more than happy to make a part 2 video kind of going over what I missed. Thank you guys so much. Again, have a good one.